Hey guys, it's Amanda. So this video is just a little bit of an update of how things are going with me and just, what I've been thinking about and stuff like that. So in my last video I talked about, I had stopped going to school and I was thinking about doing other things. And I had mentioned cosmetology school. And that's still on the table for me. However, I thought about it, and what I'd like to do is start paying off some of my student loans and get some of that taken care of, because it does cost quite a bit of money to go to cosmetology school, and I want to have some of my loans paid off before I start going there. So my goal is to go within the next year or two, get some of that stuff paid off. I think that would be, at least for me, the best idea. So that's what I'm thinking. Let's see. I've been exercising. I've lost 11 pounds. I've been drinking tons of water, and I've pretty much cut out junk food, like all junk food, out of my diet. I sometimes slip and, like once a month I need my chocolate, but it's just once a month and I don't have a lot of it, and, it is what it is, right? So that's good. I'm getting out there. It's really just water weight at this point, but once you start getting into like 15, 20 pounds and more, it starts becoming actual fat that you're losing, so that's good. Let's see, what else? I'm really upset about my Jeep. It needs stuff to be repaired. When I bought it, I told the guy, this is what I need, this is how it has to be, I need it safe, reliable for my son, and he put a sticker on this thing, and it's not passable. He was doing me a favor, but he kind of sabotaged me. Yeah, he kind of sabotaged me, so, like, I need 4 brand new tires. My tires are not passable, and, it was overheating when he had bought it, and he said that he had fixed it, and he didn't fix it. I brought it in, and then he charged me for it, and I'm like, I don't think so, no. And I owe money, like, on the vehicle itself, just to pay him, but I'm not giving him a dime until he fixes what's going wrong. And whether he fixes it or not will kind of, I guess, determine what I'm going to do. If he gives me a hard time, if he charges me a whole bunch of money, I'm just going to get it fixed, and then I'm going to find a new place to go, because I'm not dealing with this. And I'll ask around with people who have been around and gone to different places, like, who's a good person to go to, because this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I can barely drive my vehicle anywhere without it overheating, and that's not good for your vehicle. So, yeah, so I'm not really happy about that. Let's see what else. Oh my God. Just a minute. Casey, I'm busy. Give me a few minutes, please. Yeah, the people in my building, it's not all of them, it's just a select group of people. They're very, territorial about this building, and they, it's ridiculous. It's like being in high school with a bunch of adults and older people who like to cause trouble. There's a few people in here, they make up stories. They lie all the time, and I catch them in lies. I don't say, oh, I caught you in a lie, but I'll hear one person say this, and then I'll hear another person say this, and I'm like, one of you or both of you are lying. It's ridiculous. Oh my God, there's so much drama here. There really is. And these people, if they don't like you, they will complain about you to, like, the property manager and whatnot, and sometimes they'll call the cops, like, instead of just, okay, like, for instance, Casey's friend, who lives on the other side of the building, had spent the night at one of her friends that live in the building, and they had gone upstairs in one of the common areas. It's just a hallway with chairs and a couple tables, and they were, using computers and whatever, and they were minding their own business, and one of the people who lives on that side of the building kept coming out and yelling at them and this and that and everything else. I didn't hear what they said. I had let Casey go up there, and I said, if I hear any complaints from anyone, then you're coming back. And I heard complaints, so I took them out of the equation. And, I guess they still got yelled at. I don't know what really happened. But basically I said, well, his friend, I said, well, I'm going to talk to your parents, because I don't know if they're going to want to talk to whoever and straighten this out. I don't know. And I guess they had already told the other person's parents, and they didn't do anything. So I went and told them, and her dad was like, oh, I want to talk to this lady. And basically he said, look, if you have a problem with my child, you talk to me about it. You don't talk to my child. You don't yell at her. You don't do nothing. I live right over here. If you have a problem, you talk to me, and I will deal with my child. And her response was, it's not my responsibility to talk to the parents. It's my responsibility to report and call the cops when I feel it's necessary. That was her response. I'm like, wow, okay. That's just more drama right there. I mean, talk to the parents. It's the parents' responsibility. They weren't really doing anything. They kind of left trash around, but they didn't destroy anything. They didn't do anything like that, and all you'd have to do is say, you know what, you made this mess, clean it up. As simple as that. You don't call the police or something on that. So, they got into a heated argument, and she was threatening him and swearing at him and all this stuff, and she ended up calling the police on him, and she failed to mention that she was calling him names. I mean, they both called each other names, but he started after she kept calling him this, that, and calling him a bad parent, and putting down his daughter and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, wow, these people have some nerve. So he's not allowed back at the building because he's considered a threat, when she was the one doing the threatening. And now, since that incident, it was 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago at the most, I see, these certain people watching me. They're watching him. They stare at us through the windows, and they walk by his house, and, they don't like me because I hang out with him and his daughter and their family, and, they're, scared of him when they're the ones that do all the threatening. Please. It's ridiculous, and they're always, watching, and this place is full of drama. So I just keep to myself. I do what I'm going to do. If they don't like me, too bad. I'm not going to live my life according to what they want me to do. It's my life. If they don't like it, they can move. Okay? It's a low-income building. It's not a house. They don't own this place. If they don't like it, they can leave. They can complain about me all they want, but they don't scare me, and they're not going to get me to do whatever they want me to do. So they can do whatever they're going to do. Doesn't bother me. I find it funny, actually. I pity them, is what it is. I don't hate them, I pity them. So, yeah. I think there was something else I wanted to say. Oh, yeah. Update on my mental state. Let's see. I haven't had that much going on, but I have had periods of hypomania, and that's pretty much about it. I haven't had any hallucinations. I haven't really had any